Hello everyone, welcome back to Cluster B Milkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet, Mr. Chicken and Zod Neil. Favorite narcissist? Yeah. Today we are going to talk about the 17 symptoms of CPTSD. For some reason, me wanting to research this just was implanted in my head. And I looked up old videos. I'm like, didn't I do this? Didn't I do this before? And I looked up, and I did do a video on CPTSD, the birthplace of codependence and narcissists. And as I was watching that video, I was seeing myself basically telling me all the disgusting traits that I was bringing into my last relationship. It's so gross. Okay. Now, codependents and narcissists both have CPTSD, and narcissists do have codependency. It comes out in different ways, sometimes in different relationships. And this stuff is like, what the hell am I doing? And I didn't realize that I was doing this garbage to my partner. When I was starting a new relationship, for the first time, understanding that, of my toxic behaviors, where they were stemming from. I was learning more stuff through my relationship. I never knew about projections. I was learning about that. And so, who gives a shit? The thing is that I wanted to be the perfect partner now. I know what not to do. So I'll just do the opposite. Well, guess what? I did the same thing when I had kids. I was like, okay, well, I know what it's like to, be a toxic parent. I don't want to treat my kids the way that I was treated. I ended up doing that anyways, on a smaller scale, but I, went the other way. So instead of being like super toxic, I was super enmeshing with my children. Yuck. So instead of being super toxic in this relationship, I was super toxic the other way, which came out looking codependent, enabling, isolating myself from doing things that I used to do. I was doing these things myself. My partner did not manipulate me into doing these things. I did it myself because I thought that was healthy. All right. So first, let me do the 17 symptoms first. All right. Number 1, vivid flashbacks. Now, all of this shit stemmed from our childhoods, okay? All of us. A PTSD flashback is when you relive a traumatic experience and it feels like it is happening all over again right in the moment. This can last a few seconds to hours. So any triggering event is going to have you time traveling back to your youth, and then you're going to react as that child, reliving it. So like I was whipped with a towel once, my partner just playing around, and I ended up fucking going into this crying fit because my body just flashed back to when I was a kid and getting hit with the belt. Yes, the belt. Number 2, nightmares. Unresolved trauma can play out in your dreams releasing stress hormones, preventing you from sleep. So even if it doesn't fucking wake you up, I've had dreams about my fucking dad and living in the house with all the drugs and trying to have even trying to fix things, you know, in my dreams, or you're just having certain nightmares about your parents that are more abusive. Number 3, self-isolation. This helps with protecting themselves from triggers. So this would come out as also social anxiety, which I have massive amounts of. Even just going to the fucking grocery store. I hate having to go out and shop and just fucking, you know, other people, because everything I have to mask up for everyone. And when I had to go to the grocery store, you know, my partner would be like, good luck. Number 4, depression. Those who struggle with PTSD can experience depression for weeks, months, or even years. A lot of narcissistic people do have, you know, depression and anxiety. And it will just be laying in waiting there to creep up during a narcissistic injury, a shameful event, something. And we don't always pinpoint our feelings, you know, oh, what are you feeling right now? It's like, you know, sad, but it's really depression. How are you feeling? Oh, I'm embarrassed. It's really shame, you know. We don't know. Number 5, substance abuse, alcohol and drugs. Number 6, emotional avoidance. Ruminating about trauma, you might avoid talking about it out of fear that it will trigger flashbacks and panic attacks. This mindset increases your risk of becoming more withdrawn from loved ones and friends. So being in a relationship with me, and say you have, which, you know, my partner does, you know, cluster B, CPTSD. And then here I am with my channel just talking about trauma all the time. Trauma, childhood trauma, just fucking plaguing his head all the goddamn time. He doesn't want me talking about it, and I'm like, this is my fucking life. So I'm feeling dismissed, and he's just like, please shut up, you know? I don't want to deal with any of this shit. I don't want to be reminded about that nightmare 24/7. I never put 2 and 2 together. I'm only thinking from my own perspective, like, you don't love me because you're not going to listen to my shit. Number 7, feeling on edge or hyperarousal. PTSD can put you in a constant state of anticipation and fear. You might be quick to anger and prone to aggressive behavior. Yes, this is a lot of people like, you know, you're in a toxic relationship already. You are waiting for the next triggering event where your person's going to take off, leave, get angry. You know the pattern, and so you're freaking out. Anytime, you know, my partner would get upset with some family issue that had nothing to do with me, I'm like, fuck, because he's going to get upset and then I'm going to get his projected anger. Hated it. I hated when he would get a fucking text from his family member, because I'm like, that just screwed up my whole fucking night, man. All right, 8, memory loss. Yes, fuck yes. Also, we gaslight ourselves and create false memories. And then you think that we're malicious and doing it on purpose. Memory loss is part of your brain's defense mechanism, since the hippocampus, amygdala, and prefrontal cortex are all connected to both stress and memory. Yes, this is why a lot of us don't remember some of our childhood at all. Or we only remember the bad events, not the good ones, or the opposite. I've talked to many people who can't remember fucking a lot of their childhood. 9, trouble concentrating. Ruminating about past traumatic events will create anxiety, causing your thoughts to scatter. This also reminds me of when people dissociate. It's like there's too much stress out there, and so you're like, I don't even want to fucking be here right now. And then your brain just fucking takes off for a little bit or long time. 10, insomnia. You can't relax enough to sleep. Some will turn to drugs or alcohol to calm down. What sucks about the downside of drinking before you go to bed is that it's filtering through, your kidneys and your liver, and you're waking up in the middle of the night. Number 11, negative outlook on the present and future. Traumatic experiences can change your perception of the world. This can result in the feeling of hopelessness with an inability to picture milestones. You may also start to see yourself in a negative light. So here you got the self-loathing, and then you also have self-sabotaging your future, whether it's with your career or not with, or with your partner. I'm in control if I get rid of them. They're gonna leave me, I'm gonna leave you first. Shit like that. Or I am in this state where I cannot talk about my feelings and everything. I have too much anxiety. I'm gonna say, the only thing that I can think of is that it's my partner that's giving me all this fucking anxiety, so I gotta get rid of the fucking threat. So I'm gonna push until, reverse discard. And you're like, later. 12, feelings of intense stress caused by reminders of your trauma. So when our toxic defenses come out, when we're doing, a silent treatment, blame shifting, loud tones in our voice, talking over each other. I mean, this is like, well, this is how I used to communicate with my parent, and then this is going to cause you massive amounts of stress. And, you're either going to do that, fight, flight, freeze, fawn shit. I'm very aggressive right now. I'm disgusted. 13, physical symptoms like pain, sweating, and nausea, body aches, migraines. I got sciatic pain once because I was just so fucking stressed out. Upper back tension, like the world is on my shoulders. People can get physically ill, even illnesses and cancer and shit. Your body's like, I gotta get out of this environment. If you're not gonna take me out, I'm gonna kill us. Number 14, panic attacks and anxiety. Well, fucking anxiety 24/7, right? 15, feeling emotionally numb. Yes. And struggling to regulate your emotions. Yes. I need my people to regulate my emotions when I'm totally fucking out of whack. I don't even give a flying fuck about being mindful. Bring yourself back into the present moment. Don't react to all their shit. Has nothing to do with you. Don't give a fuck. And then I will either just shut down and feel nothing. And this is a defense. If I feel nothing, you cannot hurt me. And then I have resting bitch face, and I'm just fucking cold. 16, struggling to show affection towards others. Yes, I used to never just stay away from me. Even my kids, I couldn't do the cuddling thing, after they were babies and stuff like that. And I would not let my husband, I'd never wanted to cuddle with him. I always was like, I want police tape around me at all times. I just want to live in a fucking bubble. Don't touch me. With my current partner, in the relationship, I felt very, I did learn to trust my partner for, a small window of time, when I wasn't being tested 25 hours a day, fuck it. And, I liked being close with him, and I wanted to show him my care through physical touch. I love touching him. And that was going pretty well until the end of the relationship, and then I felt a total fucking disconnect. And I'm just like, I can't be in a relationship where I have to fake happy. There's some irony that's going to come up. 17. Trouble maintaining personal and professional relationships because there's just chaos going on all the time that we are masking up and showing that we are perfect in every way. So, in my last relationship, unknowing to me, because I wanted to do the complete opposite of what I was doing in all of my other relationships, I ended up doing some very toxic codependent things on my partner, and he was thinking like all this extra love and affection and everything that I was trying to push on my partner was manipulative, and it wasn't. I did not know how to act. This was something very brand new. This was a mask that I never wore. So I'm trying to be this perfect partner when I ended up being a toxic shit storm in the other direction. Other things that I was doing is, I was doing a lot of healthy things for me, and as I got deeper in the relationship, I started to do less stuff for me just so I can self-isolate with him. I never ate sugar or snacked on shit. That was his lifestyle, and to be with him, I started to do that too. I used to walk every day. I stopped walking every day. I did that to myself. This is why when I tell you guys, do you do these things to yourself too? Sometimes your partner will try to manipulate you, and because you don't have strong enough boundaries, you're going to do what they want. But besides the point, sometimes we do these things to ourselves. We want to show our partner that we love and care for them, so we're going to give up things that we used to do. It's not my partner's fault. It's my fault that I was doing these things. It is unaware. Codependency is unaware. Trying to give to get love looks manipulative, and you are unaware. I thought if I could be the perfect girlfriend and shower all this love, acceptance, that I would get it back. Even I would do things to fuck him up too, because in the beginning of the relationship, I could see that he had all this anxiety, and I would be happy to fucking buy big bottles of booze for us to get fucking hella drunk and shit. So he would relax, and he would be more vulnerable and loving. So I was doing the fucking shit that I fucking hated people doing to me, and I was doing that shit to him. Now, I'm not saying that he's blameless, that he didn't have, all of his toxic fucking defenses and shit that he was doing onto me, and we had bad communication skills. We don't know what we're doing to each other all the time. And we are going to react in fucked up ways. And we don't feel safe enough to talk about it, and then we feel fucking weak if we do. And I was fighting against going back the other way. I did not know how to get in the middle. I did not know that I was sabotaging shit. I felt like a fucking phony. I felt like a charlatan. I felt like, fake it till you make it. Be this perfect theater actor. And I'm going to get the response that I want. And I think he was doing the same thing too. I think he was, because he had been in a toxic relationship too in the past. So he doesn't know what it's like to be in a healthy relationship. And we're trying to give each other what we never had. But, we're just freeballing the whole fucking thing. And fucking it up. All right. Anyways, if you have if you see yourself at all in this shit, comment that stuff. I know that there's a lot of people who are diagnosed with CPTSD. I know that I was watching Richard Grannon, and he said, even if a narcissist tries to go and get help for their, complex trauma, they're fucked anyway. I mean, the whole thing is there's so much heavy. There's so much, I feel fucking disgusting. I feel like my whole relationship was bullshit. I feel like a failure because I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to link the video, CPTSD, the birthplace of codependency and narcissism, that I got from Tim Fletcher's channel. Forgive me for being a jerk in that. I was very, I'm a dick. I look at it and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed of how asshole I was. So forgive me, okay? It was triggering me too. At least I'm getting better with that, right? All right. I hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.